Natalie.
My name is Shelia.
As always, thank you for joining us for 2024's SITREP. We are so excited to be able to be doing these SITREPs every year. And so, as always, you know that Shelia and I will talk a little bit about our program, MVPN, and the Veterans One Stop, and then we'll introduce our guest speaker for today. So as you know, Military Veteran Peer Network offers a variety of resources. We focus on peer support services, resource assistance, and volunteer opportunities. For the peer support services, that could be one-on-one peer support, and we consider that like our battle buddy type program. So if you are not ready for counseling or don't feel comfortable with counseling, peer support, one-on-one peer support is an option for you. You and one of our volunteers will be able to get in contact with each other, whether that be in person, over text, over the phone, however you decide. And the really cool thing about it is that you get to decide when and how often you talk, and you get to set those boundaries for that. For our peer support groups, we do have a variety of peer support groups, and so let me list them all. We have Haven, which is Harassment, Assault, Violence Ends Now, which is for anyone who's experienced sexual harassment or sexual trauma. We also have our Pathfinders group, which is for all of our veterans and service members. We have the other side, which is for family members and dependents. We have Written Memories. Written Memories, which is a virtual journaling group. We have Man Cave, which is specifically for men to discuss, things that men go through and how society views them. We have Yarnaholics, which is our crochet group. We also have Tai Chi. We have Midday Meditation. We have, Midday Movement. Midday Movement, and then Mindful Meditation. So as you can tell, all of these groups are really geared towards supporting all of our SMVF community to ensure that they get the support that they need, whether it be moving your hands, learning a new skill, moving your body, or just sitting around peers that you're comfortable with. All of these are meant to help to support you. Another thing that we do is our resource assistance. So you can come to us with literally anything, any questions. If you're inquiring about education, claims assistance, financial assistance, education, anything, and we will direct you in the right direction for that resource. And then lastly is our volunteer opportunities. So we're always looking for volunteers, either to facilitate groups, to provide that one-on-one peer support, to come out with us in the community when we do outreach events. So if that's something that you're interested in, please feel free to contact either myself or Shelia, and we'll get you squared away with the requirements for that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Shelia now.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So yes, I'm gonna talk about the Veterans One Stop before I introduce our guest for today. So again, the Veterans One Stop Center, they offer free counseling services for active duty veterans and their families. As far as the veterans, it does not matter your discharge status. So if you have dishonorable or whatever, we're going to try to get you taken care of. We typically get people in within a week, so our turnaround time is pretty fast. We have TVC Claims Department housed here, so if you have questions about your claims or you're trying to start your claim, they can get you squared away with that. We have an education department. We have Western Governors University and Grand Canyon University, and the good thing about them is they don't just focus on their particular schools. So if you're just trying to start your educational goals, they'll help you get squared away with that. And then if you decide to go to another university or whatnot, they'll get you in contact with someone to, so you have that warm handoff, so you're not kind of out in limbo. So, and I don't know if Natalie mentioned it, that we did move. So we're no longer on Diana. We're at our new centralized location, which is 10737 Gateway West, Suite 350. It's near the Texas Roadhouse. If you get to Texas Roadhouse, you've gone too far. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our guest for today. Thank you, Teresa, for joining us. She is the supervisor for the military programs for the Center for Children. All right, go ahead and take it over, Teresa.
Am I on mute still? No, okay, I'm sorry. It's because it's saying I'm on mute. Hi, my name is Teresa Regalado, and I'm the supervisor. Actually, we're under the Child Crisis Center. It's okay. I have two military programs here under the center. One of them is the SMVF program, which is the Service Members and Veterans and Families program. With that program, we give assistance to families who have children under the age of 17. That's the only really requirement. We are able to assist families that have been on dishonorably discharged and honorably discharged. So they could be active veterans, reserves, as long as they do have their ID, they could prove that they were military. And it's actually geared toward the child. So we have had cases where maybe a grandparent has custody. As long as that child was of a military either mom or dad, we're able to assist that grandparent as well. So it kind of opens up. Now, the assistance that we give, we do have a some parenting sessions that they do have to take in order to be able to get the assistance, which is a 7-week course. So it's an hour a week. We're very flexible, so they can't say that they don't have time to take it. I've had my girls during lunchtime, take the parents' calls, and they'll do their classes there, whether it's after work, maybe they have to stay a little longer. So we're pretty flexible about doing those courses. We use the STEP curriculum, which is a systematic training for effective parenting. And that curriculum is an evidence-based curriculum. So that's the one they use, and it's geared towards children birth up to 17 years of age. So it's broken up into 3 different parts. We have the 0 to 4, 5 to 12, and then 13 to 17. So just depending on the family, we'll gear it to, whichever child they think they're having, maybe need to work on a little more, we'll gear it towards that, the family's needs. As far as the assistance, we do have some flex funding that we're able to assist with, and some other assistance, whether it's maybe towards a rent or a bill. On those cases, it just depends. We'll bring them in and we'll kind of case the situation and see what it is that they need help with. So we can also provide basic needs, which is either formula, diapers, whatever we have here at the center at the time, but we could also use the flex funding towards that if that's where they want to use that money towards. So it just depends on we go case by case. Now, our TVC program, the Texas Veteran Commission, that's a separate program, and that one is geared towards veterans, although we can accept active duty. With that, they do have to be honorably discharged, and we do ask for their DD-214, and their IDs. It's geared towards veterans, their spouse, or a widowed spouse. So if it is a widowed spouse, they do ask for a death certificate. So just to kind of prove, with that program, we help out with rent and mortgage assistance, basic needs, which is groceries, and a bill. They are all separated as far as how much we can assist with. The rent and mortgage is $562, the bill is $211, and the groceries are $125. So just, depending on what it is they need, we do need documentation from them as well. We will order the groceries for them. They'll let us know what they need. We'll order them. We'll pick it up, and either we'll take it to them or they could come and pick it up here at the center with us. So it just depends. We work with the families and their needs. We're flexible with that. With the TVC, they do also have to take a class. Sometimes it's not geared toward their family dynamic. I guess it is a co-parenting class. But it's a 5-hour class, and we divided it into 2 days. So they'll do 2.5 and 2.5 on each day. And that one, like I said, the only requirement is that they are not dishonorably discharged. So that's pretty much the difference between the both. Right now, for the TVC grant, we can help up to 100 veterans. We are at around 45 right now. So it's, and that one we have until June. Hopefully, we can reapply and we'll continue with it. But as of right now, we will be ending that one in June. And then the SMVF program, we have until 2025. We have about 1.5 years still more to go. So yeah, any questions about any of the 2 programs, they could call us here at the center and just ask for the military if you don't remember each program's name, and we'll go ahead and guide you to the one that you would need.
Thank you. So I have a couple questions. So you said a bill. What do you mean when you say a bill? Are you talking about like utility, or if I'm behind my car payment, I can use that towards that? Or?
It's going to be utilities, gas, water, electric, and we can also pay cell phone. So the cell phone, it's only going to be towards the veteran himself or the dependent. So either the spouse or the veteran. We can't pay the kids. It's just going to be either the spouse or the dependent. But yeah, it's either gas, water, or electric. And the bill does have to be under under the name of either the veteran or the spouse. And also the rent and mortgage. It has to be under their name.
Right.
Mhm.
And then you mentioned for the TVC grant, they have to take the 5-hour course. So if I have you have a surviving spouse, even though let's say they're not a parent, they still have to do that course just because
Yes,
to
ma'am.
meet the requirements.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It's just part of the requirement for the grant. It is a co-parenting, like I said, but I don't know, maybe they could use it like either with their kids or maybe they know someone, and they could gear it towards that. But it is a co-parenting class.
Okay, and then I know you said on the TVC grant, you can do about 100 people. You're at 45 right now. So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
SMVF, you don't have I know you said it ends in 2025, but you don't have a cap amount of people you can help with that?
No, we have, actually it's 264. But if we get more, we're good. Yeah, we don't like turn away anybody. Yeah. I can't hear.
She said sound off.
I
And
can't hear Ms. Natalie.
Is there a limit on how many times an individual can go and get services through you guys?
Through the TVC, it is a one-time. It's just one time. Through the SMVF, once they've done the program, we need to wait 120 days before we could readmit them into the program again. Yeah, but with the TVC, it is a one-time thing.
And do you look at anything as, I'm sorry, like for requirements, do you look at their income or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
It's good to know.
Yeah, no, the only thing we do is just ask for proof of military status.
I don't have any other questions, do you? Thank you for Teresa for joining us and being our first person for 2024. While we get this back started. We truly appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you all.
Right.
Appreciate
Stay
it.
safe.
You too.